Okay, today's project. I am going to put a battery disconnect on my fifth wheel. I've wanted to do this project ever since I put the lithium iron phosphate battery in, and today is the day. I'll put all the information on this here. I got it on Amazon. It wasn't that expensive, but it's very versatile. The graphics on it are all wrong, but that's neither here nor there. The cool thing about this is, I've already taken the bottom plate off, is it has these little windows here, and they're on all four sides. So in my case, I think I'm going to put the green up, so I'm going to pull this guy here out, and then I can just run my cables up to there and mount it up. So that's off, and that's on, and the battery's upside down. So another interesting thing, the screws they use, if I was going to mount to sheet metal, would work great. I'm actually going to mount it. There's a piece of wood in there I'm going to mount it to, and these are the only fasteners I have. So if you take a look at this and you do a kind of a stack up thing on it, this here will actually poke out of the other side a little bit. So I'm going to glue a couple of these guys on and then mount it up. So let's get to work. I'll bring you back when I'm getting ready to mount it. You don't need to see me gluing all this stuff up, okay? So I'll bring you back in a few. Well, I decided to record it anyway, just in case. I'm just using basically super glue, and I'll smear some on this side, and I'll just stick it on there. And we'll let that set. Now, if I wanted it to glue up a little faster, I could spray some accelerator on there or activator and then just stick this down. And that's it. They're glued on. So now let's get to installing. See you at the fifth wheel. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is disconnect the existing negative battery terminal. Just pop that off and unscrew. The terminal. Now make sure your RV's unplugged before you do this, otherwise you might get shocked. There we go. That's out. Okay, we've got the switch here, we've got the back cover off. Let's get this hardware out of here. These are awfully big nuts, but I think this thing's good for a couple hundred amps. Okay. Now I've already decided what my orientation is going to be. So I'm going to take this guy, put him there on this side, and get the hardware running on it. And these nuts are huge. They're 17 millimeter. Okay, next we're going to install a little jumper. I went to the car parts store and bought this. Made in the USA. Couldn't believe that. Surprised. We're going to install this guy on the other terminal. Lock washer, nut. Back of my hand, how's that look? Does that look good? There we go. And tighten this one down. That's tight. And that's tight. And it's done. The next thing, we'll put the cover on. You can see I've glued the my little spacers on there. it's square, so it can go on anyway. So we'll put that in, and then I'll move everything around and we'll get this mounted up. Okay, we're just going to mount this right here. It's fairly accessible, and it's just going into wood, so this should go pretty quick. And that's it. There's one, and we'll populate all the holes. And there we go, and it is not going through the other side, so that's a good thing. That's on, that's off. The last thing we have to do is hook up the terminal over here. So hold on 1 second, we'll leave it off and we'll get the negative side terminal hooked up. And this is it. Here's the new terminal that we just run. And we'll get this guy installed. And then we are done. And that is literally all it took to install a battery disconnect on an RV. Here we go. Put our cap back on, and that's it. Not very difficult. And again, I would like to thank you for watching.